What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Getting into this episode of GH, Maxie, it was good to see Mac and Felicia, of course. I'm still pissed. I'm still mad because as great as it is to see Mac and Felicia, they were involved in the wrong scenes today. The scenes that they should have been involved in were with Ryan Chamberlain, not this Maxie Peter nonsense. I'm just saying. But listen, I'll take Mac and Felicia any way I can get them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it still sucks that they're not a part of this storyline, but I'll take it. Um, Getting into it though, I love seeing Mac in father mode, protective mode. You know what I'm saying? I don't blame him for giving out that stern warning to Peter. Because he needed to hear it. Um, Mac basically just let him know, like, you're basically family. You know what I'm saying? You're Anna's son. You're basically a part of our extended family. Mac wasn't rude to Peter. I feel like he wasn't rude. He was nice, but also protective. Like I said, he was very protective, but he was still, decent to him. He was still willing to give him a chance. He wasn't going to hold it over him, the fact that he's Cesar Faison's son. Even though that plays a major factor, but still, he just let him know, like, you hurt my daughter or my grandson in any way, there will be hell to pay. I don't blame him. I don't blame Mac at all. If Maxie was my kid or whatever, I would be the same way, no matter what. Like, you're protective. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't trust anybody fully until, you know, you get to know them better. I understand totally where Maxie is coming from, though, because she likes Peter. Peter likes her. There's no denying it. But she feels like if she moves on with Peter, she's betraying Nathan. You know what? It's common. That's very common for widows and stuff like that. They feel like if they move on, it doesn't matter if 10 years went by. They feel like once they meet someone that they really like, they feel like they're betraying their spouse. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how they feel. One could take it that way, but for me, I don't see it that way. For me, I don't see it as betraying. I don't see it as betrayal for me. If Maxie, moves on, it doesn't necessarily have to be with Peter, but if she moved on with anybody at this point, I wouldn't see it as betrayal. You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, it hasn't even been a full year since Nathan died, but it's getting close to a year since Nathan died. You move on when you feel ready to move on. You know what I'm saying? You can't be rushed into moving on. If you feel like you're ready to mix and mingle and start dating again, that's ultimately up to you. Some people take months, some people take a year, some people take 2 years, some people take 20 years. It depends on you. It's what you feel. In your heart, if you feel like, okay, I'm really ready to get past this and start seeing someone again, that's ultimately up to you. You know what I'm saying? It's ultimately up to Maxie at the end of the day. I may not care for her potential relationship with Peter, but it's obviously gonna happen, so ain't nothing I can do about it. But this time though, Maxie decided to, ask Peter out basically on a date. Peter came back to get his cufflinks, and she said, instead of us randomly, coincidentally running into each other, why not actually plan something? Which I like. She took the initiative and just went for hers. Not a bad move. Sometimes you just got to say to hell with it and just go for yours. If this is something you really want to do, go for it. Forget it. Um, so anyway, it was wonderful seeing Epiphany. I love Epiphany. She was very blunt. Now, I really saw Epiphany's point of view on this today when she was talking to Anna, because Epiphany had a problem with Anna telling Finn to go to Rome to see Hayden, which I totally understand where Epiphany was coming from. But then again, my thought process was, If you're secure in your relationship and within yourself, then you have nothing to worry about when your significant other goes to see their ex for closure. If you are content with yourself and like you ain't worried about your significant other running off with their ex or reconnecting, if you're not worried about that, then you have no problem with them going to see each other. You know what I'm saying? Because you know in your heart, like, ain't nothing gonna go down. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you trust yourself and you trust your significant other enough, then you know what I mean? But at the same time, I understood where Epiphany was coming from. Anna really was pushing Finn to go see Hayden, to get closure. And I really felt like he should have went because, in the back of your mind, you're going to think, okay, what happened to the baby? Why did you leave? But Finn really didn't care. Finn really didn't care what Hayden had to say. He honestly didn't care. He was only going because Anna wanted him to go, which I now fully understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would be different if he went on his own accord, not because she was pushing him. That would be different. You know what I mean? But she was basically pushing him to go, so that's the only reason he was going. He'd rather be with her in Cuba. I respect that decision. That's exactly what he did. Anna still kept pushing him to go. And when she went to the airport to hop on her plane to go to Cuba, Finn showed up going to Cuba with her. He made his decision. And I respect it. If he can really feel in his heart that there is no need for closure, I can accept that. Me personally, I can accept it. Because you have to know what you want. If you really feel that, okay, I don't need to know why you ran out on me. I don't need to know why you did this, why you did that. I don't need to know. I don't want to know. You got to accept it and respect it. You know what I'm saying? I still don't care for their relationship, Anna and Finn. I really don't. They're kind of cute together, but at the same time, I don't care for the relationship. Like, there's no real spark the way I see it. And that's just me. That's my, opinion. The rest of you might see something with the two of them. I don't for right now. I think they're cute together, like I said, but it ain't like they're super couple material. I'm just saying. I do like their adventures though. I will give them that. Like when they go on, and I think it's exciting for Finn, because it's different than what he normally used to doing. Because right now, if he wasn't with Anna, he'd probably be running around the hospital, tending to patients, and probably living some ordinary little life. But with Anna, there's always mystery and intrigue and adventure, and I think that gives him a rush. It's kind of like Tracy and Luke. Luke gave Tracy a rush. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was spontaneous, he was always on the go, and Tracy, I think, loved that about Luke. That's what kind of made her keep coming back. You know what I'm saying? Like, she loved that. He brought some fun into her life, because he was unpredictable. You never knew what Luke was going to do. And I think Anna is the same way with Finn. She always has some hot case that she has to, hop on a jet to go and see about. And, Finn likes that because it gives him a reason to hop on a jet and go with her. It's adventure. He loves that. I think that's what he's been lacking in his life. Some adventure, some spontaneity, some fun, and he finally has that with her. And he finally told her he loved her. He opened up. So now we get the I love yous. I said, okay. Well, their relationship is progressing, which is cool. So anyway, I want to see more Epiphany. That's all I got to say. I want to see more Piff. So anyway, moving on from that. Who else do we have? Sonny and Margo. Why is Margo on this show? That's what I want to know. Why did they bring this character? I feel like they brought this character on at this point to be Sonny's new bed maiden. That's why I think she's on this show now. Just to be Sonny's new bedpost. Another notch in the Corinthos belt. Because she came on this show like any other prosecutor that has come on this show before. Hell bent on taking down the great Sonny Corinthos. Look at her now. Weeping in the cemetery, crying. Soon, her and Sonny are gonna be doing the hibbity hibbity do. You know that's what they're gonna be doing. They're gonna be doing, the tango together in Carly's bed. You already know. I have that feeling that they're gonna sleep together. Carly's either gonna walk in on it or they're gonna try to hide it. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that. I just have that feeling they're gonna sleep together. The vibes are there. Like, you know what I mean? Like the vibes are definitely there. Look at how they were in the cemetery today. Sonny was, giving her his little sob story about, oh, my dad left me when I was a kid. You know how he do. That's when he trying to reel you in. That's what he does with a lot of these women. He tell them his little childhood sob stories. Next, he probably gonna tell her about Deke if he hasn't already. His stepdad beating on his mama. Him being in the closet, locked in the closet by his stepdad. That's his famous story. Like he always tell chicks that he want to bang. Sonny definitely plays the sympathy card. When he starts talking about his dad leaving and soon he gonna start talking about his stepdaddy and all them, that's when you know he trying to get the draws. That's when you know. Soon him and Carly might break up. He gonna take her, take Margo to the island because that's where he take all his hoes to the island. The only person I think never got the privilege to go to the island, I think, was Claire Walsh. I don't think he ever took her to the island. Nope. He just fed that hoe some breakfast in his living room. That's the most she got. And then Brenda came back and he dropped her like yesterday's trash. Uh, y'all remember that storyline? He was dating Claire Walsh and shit. She was all head over heels, and then he dumped her ass for Brenda the moment Brenda stepped foot back in Port Charles. It was clear who? Real fast. Um. So anyway, moving on from that, we are back to the merger from hell. Ryan and Ava. I said, Lord have mercy. So now Ryan is sitting there lying for Ava because he told Jordan and Chase that he was with Ava the whole night. That they went back to the apartment together after the gallery, after Laura seen him at the gallery. So they basically admitted that they were fucking because Ryan didn't put it in them terms. He said we're just two consenting adults who enjoy each other's company, but that Jordan and Chase aren't smart enough to know what that means. That's code for we're fucking, basically. And I'm surprised they didn't question that. I'm like, don't y'all find that odd? Kevin Collins sleeping with Ava Jerome? Don't you find that a little odd? I'm just saying, like, wouldn't you think something? But they are new to Port Charles. Jordan has been here for what, 5 years? Uh, Chase has been here a few months, so they don't really know about Ryan Chamberlain like that, like the specifics. So they wouldn't know what to look for, signs. But anyway, yeah, so Ryan was basically lying because he know damn well there was a time gap between him and Ava because remember Ava was already at the penthouse. Ryan showed up with champagne and dessert. So there was a moment where she could have killed Kiki even though we know she didn't. Clearly Ryan did. But the PCPD is putting things together. They really are. Now they have concluded that Mary Pat and Kiki were killed by the same person because the MO. They found Kiki's wallet in the trash where her license was missing, just like Mary's Pat ID was missing. You know what I'm saying? Like all the credit cards are there, cash was there, but the license was not. So now they have an MO. So now they know it's the same dude. Kudos to you. You finally figured something out, PCPD, without Sonny or Jason coming to tell you about it. It's about fucking time. Hallelujah. They just won themselves a fucking Scooby snack. Dumbass. I swear that whole police department is trash. I'm just saying, like, it's about time they figured something out without a mobster or a civilian telling them about it. They finally just put their brains together. What little brain cells they do have. I expected more out of Chase. I'm just saying. No, actually, I expected more out of Jordan. The bitch used to be DEA. Like, come on now. You was a smart chick at one point. Till the PCPD fucked you all up. Lord. It's this situation where you have to, like, lead them. You know how you got to lead the horse to water? That's basically what you got to do with these motherfuckers. You got to lead them to water and hope that they learn how to drink. Clearly, they don't. It was cool that Sonny went to go see Griffin, offer some money or whatever to pay for Alexis legal bills, but Griffin told him, it was straight. He basically just told him to go to church, pray for him, pray for Kiki, talk to the big guy upstairs, the GOD. So that was pretty much the episode. It was a continuation from yesterday, not a whole lot. But tomorrow looks a little interesting with Michael popping up. Anyway, hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought. I will see you all later. Peace.